5 days of compelling evidence. Prosecutors in Utah showed the judge surveillance videos, incriminating text messages, brought in experts to talk about DNA and ballistics, and also brought in testimony from a star witness. Yet, at the end of the hearing, no decision, no ruling on whether prosecutors presented enough evidence to take Charlie Kirk's accused killer to trial. It was perhaps the most unusual and unorthodox preliminary hearing I've ever seen.
Do you know Tyler Robinson?
Yes, I do.
And this is the same Tyler Robinson that's been charged with the shooting of Charlie Kirk?
Yes.
Lance Twiggs was the defendant's roommate and lover who received a text message containing perhaps the most compelling piece of evidence in the case, an alleged
inspection of the phone, according to Ben Crump, both by the family's experts and the state investigators. In a case where a person vanishes without their phone, the device is a goldmine. It contains location history, communications, and behavioral data. The fact that it's being inspected by both the family's experts and the state investigators suggests a deep concern that the phone's data may have been intentionally altered.
Well, look at everyone's car. Everyone's car looks a little distorted because of the lens of the surveillance camera, so you can get a wider angle. So you saw the car pull in and then pulls into a parking spot. And that's the first part, right? You're connecting the defendant to a specific vehicle, a very unique vehicle with unique wheels on it, on this Dodge Challenger. So now we wait as the suspect approaches. And again, you can argue it's not him if you want, but it looked like his car, same build as him, burgundy shirt with the light shorts. He's got a hat and looks like he's got some...
Just vanishes. Okay, and why would he leave his phone on the boat if in fact he's supposed to leave on that boat at some point? And now later on it's discovered that he doesn't show up and he's reported missing, but his phone is sitting there on the boat. The phone is a silent witness. It tells investigators where Nolan was, who he was talking to, and what he was doing before he disappeared. But if the data is deleted, the witness is silenced. The investigation must then rely on testimony, and testimony, in a case like this, is inherently unreliable.
The third trip, right? He's gone twice already. He's come and gone, and now he returns for a third time. The most important part of this, there's a couple of important parts, but it appears like he's wearing completely different clothing, but the same shoes. Let's watch.
What do we see displayed here now? Go ahead.
This is a video of Mr. Robinson returning back to campus the same way that he did previously on foot.
And this takes just a moment. And why, well, let me ask you this. You believe this is Mr. Robinson returning to campus?
I do, yes.
Okay. And why do you believe it's Mr. Robinson?
The shoes are the same.
Capacity, we wouldn't know, right? It could be, let's say, a potential homicide charge. Could be something with respect to the investigation, someone not providing accurate information to law enforcement. Maybe it's tampering with evidence. The grand jury is the mechanism by which the state decides if there is enough evidence to indict. It's a secret proceeding, and it's the first step toward a trial. But for a grand jury to be convened, there must be evidence of a crime. A grand jury doesn't investigate an accident. This suggests that the investigation has already moved past the initial missing person classification.
Very, very unusual and unorthodox preliminary hearing. But up in the top of the screen, you'll see two little figures. One is the suspect and one is allegedly someone else as he walks across campus going towards that Lucy building. Let's watch some more.
The rear of the two individuals in this particular video.
Right. So right now, if you were to break this picture into quadrants, where would he be?
I would be in the top left quadrant, walking to the left of the image.
Now what do we see?
This is an image looking across the parking lot to the Losi building, and Mr. Robinson is appearing on the exterior staircase, which gives access to the Losi building roof and the area where the railing was.
And again, let's break that image into quadrants. Where would he be located if you broke it into quadrants?
It's in the top right, and the individual can be seen moving under the notations that are on the video.
Okay. And what time is this?
It's just afternoon, about 12:15
On what day?
on September 10th, 2025.
Okay. What just happened, or what did we just see happen?
The individual actually kind of rolls over the railing onto the roof of the Losi building.
All right. Go ahead, sir.
And again, in the top left corner, the individual is now seen running across the rooftop of the Losi building to what would be the southwest corner.
Well, anything is always possible, and if in fact this, the investigation starts pointing towards, hey, the timeline, the witness statements, a lot of that information is not lining up. When witness statements don't align with the physical evidence, that is where a case hinges on the forensic analysis. The body cannot lie. The toxicology report, the microscopic analysis of the lungs, and the presence of any injuries will ultimately define this case. Everything else is just speculation.
Is that they've seen it all, they've heard it all, and they don't want to hear any more, if you know what I mean. And they could have ruled on this immediately afterwards. They could have ruled on this in the middle of the presentation of some of the evidence. Like I said, it has been done in some of the cases I dealt with as a prosecutor. But this judge isn't doing that. So I think this gives us an idea of what to expect when it's time for the arguments. We're going to hear the two cases play out. And I don't know if the judge is going to rule at that moment, or if the judge is going to say, thank you for the arguments. I will render my decision in due course, whenever that is. And one thing that he wants to do, and the other part of this, we can't forget, it is a death penalty case. So the judge knows this will be fully litigated. So he wants to dot the I's and cross the T's. And for a young judge to have a case this big, you want to be really, really sure that you have done everything that you want to do. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Unfortunately, it's going to slow down the process and slow down the administration of justice for all of those involved, including the victims. That's it for this time. I'm Vinny Politan. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, please don't forget to hug the kids.